and Children's Aid, Dr. Bob Powell. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bart. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
Super busy.
Thanks for being our first guest of year 25.
I had no idea I would have brought balloons. Oh.
Bob is also, not only are you the leader at Family Service and Children's Aid, you're also a fitness instructor at the Jackson YMCA.
Yes, I heard you talking about the grand opening, and it's amazing what they're doing over there.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And I get a brand new spin room. I'm excited about
Nice.
that. Yeah.
Where would that be located?
Where the old one was, in the back of the smaller gym.
Oh.
Right now I'm teaching out at their Summit branch.
Mm-hmm.
But the room they're designing, they were discussing it with me last weekend. It's going to be amazing.
Is it going to have like disco lights and sound system?
Well, there is going to be a screen behind me so I can take you on a journey, right?
Yeah.
So, like I was telling my staff earlier, let's go to Paris and then I'm going to change my accent, like bonjour, right?
Yes.
And entertain the students to get their mind off the pain.
I have a friend that goes to your spin class and he's enjoying it immensely.
And who's that?
Al Hooper.
Al, yeah, I like Al.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good athlete. He puts his head down and he goes for it.
Yeah.
And I tell him, Al, just because you're not looking at me doesn't mean I still can't see you. So I go right up on him.
I asked him, does Bob call you by name? And he said, oh yeah.
And then they tell the new ones, don't tell him your name.
That's right. Yeah. Don't let him know your name.
He's a good guy. I like Al.
So yeah, you can take advantage. There's deals on fitness classes. You can go to the Y for a week for free.
Yep.
Yeah, now's the time. It really is. Now's a great time to get into the Y. Well, Bob, as we start 2025, I want to look back at how 2024 was for FSCA.
We're still learning new ways. Just because the pandemic is, we're going into 5 years, can you believe it? It really took us a good 4 years to stabilize and figure out different ways to do things. So 24 was a good year. The big benchmark was we celebrated our 80th anniversary. 80 years.
Wow.
You imagine what was going
80
on?
years.
You imagine what was going on in 1944?
Yeah.
Right,
well,
when they
it
were
was
founded?
a tough year.
That used to be part of the community chest, right? And then Children's Aid, and it evolved into what we are today. But they've always offered some type of child and youth programming, and we've just expanded it into 13 different programs now. So that was the big thing. We're still in our 80th year celebration. We have a fundraiser coming up. We'll be back to promote that. It's a masquerade event. Should be fun.
You love these costume parties.
Yeah, and I go to win, right? I'm tough to beat. And that's in February 22nd. You got it up on the screen. Awesome. Mm-hmm. And then we had an open house, and Representative Schmaltz presented us with a proclamation. That was cool. And believe it or not, and I know you know this, we're coming up on our 24th Run for Fun, 24th annual. Can you believe that? Almost a quarter century.
Well, it's been, and I do remember it because it was one of the very first things we covered here at JTV. Your first year, it was just down the street. It was right
downtown.
Yeah, you had it actually in front of the building, and I believe at the time your board chair was Bruce Inocencio.
Right.
And he's the one that actually started that.
And he's still the race director for that. Isn't that awesome? He started it and he continues to run it every year. Yeah. And it's getting bigger again. Last year we had 175 runners. That's a pretty big race.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When is it? Is it on the calendar?
It is on the Ortho Rehab. I believe it's April 26th, that Saturday. Yeah, and so we're being really intentional promoting our 80th anniversary. And then we started some new programming, some new initiatives. Our fatherhood program, where we offer not just parent education, but support groups and parent cafes for dads, because we are overlooked, right? We need all the support we can get to be good dads, right? And then we expanded our mental health in the schools. We started therapy over at Townsend in Vandercook. We have a therapist that has an office there now. And so that's always good because then we're accessible, right? You don't have to worry about getting the child to therapy after school. Transportation, accessibility, whatever gets in the way. So that was one program we expanded, and I expanded my Guardian program. So Guardian is for at-risk adults where they're really legally incompetent to make decisions for themselves.
So typically, seniors with
yeah, like your
dementia.
age. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Right.
We both have a
Your
little bit-
age.
Yeah. Well,
I wasn't going to ask this, but you brought it up. When are you retiring?
I'll let you know. Not yet. I'm
Okay.
still fighting the fight.
All right.
Right.
Well, Bob asked me this last year about 8 times, so I thought I'd.
Well, at our, we get asked all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
why do I look like I need to retire? Right? Yeah. So Guardian works with adults that really have no support in their life. We have 225 just in that program.
No kidding.
Yeah, sad. And so they're declared legally incompetent, mostly elderly, severely mentally ill, and they're in adult foster care or nursing homes. That's a tough job. That, my foster care, that's a tough job too.
Yeah, adoptions. You also are, one of the agencies that facilitates adoptions.
Yes, we do.
Where are we with that? Are we looking for more fosters?
Oh, for goodness sakes, we're always looking for foster homes. I just looked at my list of homes before I came here, and we have half of what we used to have because we just need people to step up that are willing to foster or adopt our kids. That program is on fire. It's blowing up. I just added more staff, and it's sad that it's needed so greatly, but it's needed.
Now,
sure.
I was curious about Breakout because your Breakout director, Shelley,
Right.
retired.
The drug lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. She retired last year. You came to her party, actually.
It was a great party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 years. So that's still running. We're still in the schools, just without Shelley. But that was her model. She created the whole thing. And it's very impactful. The schools love that program. Yeah. So that and, juvenile diversion and parent education. We have 13 programs. Too many to list right now.
Yeah, very busy and impactful organization, one of our great downtown neighbors. Well, to you and everyone at FSCA, have a great 2025.
Thank you, and I'm honored that I was your first guest this year.
First guest.
That's
First
awesome.
guest.
Thank you, Karen.
Yes.
Woo!
Once again, get your tickets to the party, the masquerade party, kind of a Mardi Gras theme on February 22nd at Gene Davis. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Dr. Bob Powell, CEO at Family Service and Children's Aid.